Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. And in today's video, I will show you 7 anime where the main character has an ability nobody else has. So, if you enjoy the video, please leave your like and subscribe to the channel. It would be a great help. Anyway, let's start the list. Seven. C. The money of soul and possibility control. Money is power, and without it, life is meaningless. In a country whose economy is in shambles, second-year economics university student Kimimaro Yoga understands this fact all too well, as he is surrounded by the relatively luxurious lives of his peers and struggling to make ends meet. However, his world is turned on its head when a stranger in a top hat arrives one late night at his door. Going by the name Masakaki, the visitor petitions Yoga to come to the Eastern Financial District, a place where money flows in abundance if one offers their future as collateral. Although reluctant, greed triumphs reason, and Yoga accepts the offer, thus taking on the mantle of an entree. But unbeknownst to him, the land of wealth he has entered is an alternate realm built in the likeness of his own, where entrees are forced to participate in weekly duels called deals, with their collateral at stake. Pitted against his countrymen and fate, Yoga must quickly adapt in this new world if he hopes to protect his fortune and future, and discover just how much money is truly worth. Six. Concrete Revolution. On a sunny July day in the 41st year of the Shinka era, Jiro Hitoyoshi is tasked with covertly listening in on a secret meeting between a top government scientist and an industrial spy. However, his cover is blown, and the spy reveals himself to be an alien in disguise. Amidst the ensuing chaos, Jiro enlists the aid of cafe waitress and magical girl Kiko Hoshino, one of many superhumans who blend into society and secretly protect humanity from extraterrestrial threats. As a member of the government agency known as the Superpopulation Research Laboratory, Jiro has the dual task of protecting superhumans that defend humanity and disposing of any deemed too dangerous to live. Having proven herself a worthy ally, Kiko is invited to join the agency as its newest recruit. Fast forward 5 years, disapproval and distaste for superhumans are now commonplace in Tokyo. From government corruption and conflicting ideas of justice to the morality of superhuman rights, the relationship between humans and the supernatural minority balances precariously in a world pervaded by whispers of unrest and unease. Under mysterious circumstances, Jiro has betrayed the agency and is now a fugitive on the run. As he skulks through the rainy back alleys of Shinjuku, he is pursued by the very same superhumans that he himself once recruited. 5. Brynhildr in the Darkness. Venturing into the wilderness, the skeptical Ryuta Murakami and the ambitious Kuroneko were on a quest to prove the existence of extraterrestrial life when a tragic accident occurred, reaping Kuroneko of her life and leaving Ryuta in a critically injured state. 10 years have passed since the disaster, and Ryuta is now living a normal life in high school. He vows to prove that aliens are real in honor of his late friend. A transfer student named Nico Kuroha unexpectedly arrives one day, bearing a striking resemblance to the late Kuroneko, even sharing a similar name. Most mysteriously, she seems to possess supernatural powers. As Ryuta takes more interest in Nico, he is drawn into a deadly world where dangerous scientists hunt magic-wielding witches that have escaped from their secret research laboratory. Nico is one of the escapees, but there are many others who are in similar situations, and it's up to Ryuta to protect them from their would-be captors. 4. Bloodline Battlefront. Supersonic monkeys, vampires, talking fishmen, and all sorts of different supernatural monsters living alongside humans. This has been part of daily life in Hell Salem's Lot, formerly known as New York City, for some time now. When a gateway between Earth and the beyond opened 3 years ago, New Yorkers and creatures from the other dimension alike were trapped in an impenetrable bubble and were forced to live together. Libra is a secret organization composed of eccentrics and superhumans, tasked with keeping order in the city and making sure that chaos doesn't spread to the rest of the world. Pursuing photography as a hobby, Leonardo Watch is living a normal life with his parents and sister. But when he obtains the all-seeing eyes of the gods at the expense of his sister's eyesight, he goes to Hellsalem's lot in order to help her by finding answers about the mysterious powers he received. He soon runs into Libra, and when Leo unexpectedly joins their ranks, he gets more than what he bargained for. Kekai Sensen follows Leo's misadventures in the strangest place on Earth with his equally strange comrades, as the ordinary boy unwittingly sees his life take a turn for the extraordinary. Three, a certain magical index. Academy City, Japan, is at the forefront of science. Besides being 30 years ahead of the world technologically, more than 3/4 of this peculiar city's population consists of students developing their psychic abilities as espers in various institutions. Among these students is Toma Kamiju, a high school boy with the lowest psychic rank of 0, but with a mysterious power no scientist can understand, Imagine Breaker, which allows him to negate other supernatural abilities. This, however, doesn't affect Kamiju's life in the least, as he plays his role as a regular teenager. That is, until he meets the strange Index Librorum Prohibitorum, a young girl who has memorized the entirety of the forbidden grimoires, and now a dangerous organization is hunting Index down. With several magicians looking to harm the girl, Kamiju will defend his new companion at all costs as he discovers a strange new realm of the supernatural. Two, that time I got reincarnated as a slime. 37-year-old Satoru Mikami is a typical corporate worker who is perfectly content with his monotonous lifestyle in Tokyo, other than failing to nail down a girlfriend even once throughout his life. In the midst of a casual encounter with his colleague, he falls victim to a random assailant on the streets and is stabbed. However, while succumbing to his injuries, a peculiar voice echoes in his mind and recites a bunch of commands which the dying man cannot make sense of. When Satoru regains consciousness, he discovers that he has reincarnated as a goop of slime in an unfamiliar realm. In doing so, he acquires newfound skills, notably the power to devour anything and mimic its appearance and abilities. He then stumbles upon the sealed catastrophe-level monster Storm Dragon Virudora, who had been sealed away for the past 300 years for devastating a town to ashes. Sympathetic to his predicament, Satoru befriends him, promising to assist in destroying the seal. In return, Virudora bestows upon him the name Rimuru Tempest to grant him divine protection. Now, liberated from the mundanities of his past life, Rimuru embarks on a fresh journey with a distinct goal in mind. As he grows accustomed to his new physique, his gooey antics ripple throughout the world, gradually altering his fate. One, Charlotte. While on the surface, Yu Otosaka appears to be just another charming and intelligent teenager, he has a secret. He has the ability to slip into people's minds and fully control their body for 5 seconds at a time. Yu has been using this skill for years to gain the highest grades, which allowed him to enter a prestigious high school. When the enigmatic Nao Tomori catches Yu using his power, she coerces him and his sister Ayumi into transferring to Hoshinumi Academy, a school for students with supernatural abilities. The student council of the school, led by Nao, is tasked with secretly tracking down adolescents who abuse their powers. Yu is forced to join the student council, and together they face formidable challenges that bring him closer to the shocking truth that his own, seemingly incomplete ability might be more powerful than he could have ever imagined. An original story from Jun Maeda, creator of Angel Beats and Clannad, Charlotte explores the supernatural lives of these teenagers and the price they must pay for being special. Well, this was today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any suggestions, just comment below. Anyway, I'll stay here. A big hug, and see you in the next video.